You know, adventurer, temptation rarely arrives with its claws bared. It arrives with an offer, a comfort, a shortcut, a promise that asks very little at first. Tonight, we do not speak of monsters in the dark. We speak of choices made in candlelight, of chains clasped willingly, of illusions that we step into because they feel good. Tonight, dear adventurer, we meet the devil. I found Velascore by accident. Or so I told myself. It was a city built of warm stone and soft shadows, where lanterns glowed amber even at noon, and every doorway seemed to invite you in. Music drifted through the narrow streets, not loud enough to demand attention, but just present enough for you to follow. I stayed in Velascore for one night, just as everyone does. The place was ruled not by a king, but by a host, an elegant figure simply known as Marrow. No crown, no thorn, just a presence that made people lean closer when he spoke. He welcomed me personally. "All are free in Velascore," he said, smiling. "Free to indulge, free to rest, free to forget what burdens them." I noticed that no one hurried. People laughed so easily. Cups were always full. Worries seemed to melt the longer you stayed. It felt good. On my second night, Marrow invited me to a private chamber. Velvet drapes, low firelight, a table set with wine darker than ink. "You look tired. Not weary, but you appear to be burdened." I laughed it off. That's the road's doing. He poured 2 cups. Of course. And roads are heavy things to carry alone. He placed one of the cups in my hand, and I took a drink. Its warmth spread, not like drunkenness, but relief. The kind that loosens knots that you didn't realize you were holding. You could stay. No oaths, no chains. Then why do so few ever leave? His smile got wider. Because they don't want to. I began noticing the details after that. The way laughter repeated itself, the way the same faces appeared night after night, unchanged. The faint marks at wrists and ankles, bruises that were shaped like jewelry that had been worn just a little too long. Marrow excused himself, and I asked a woman that was dancing near the fire how long she had been there. She shrugged. Long enough to stop counting. Do you miss the outside? She paused just a fraction too long. Why would I? Everything I want is here. Marrow returned. You're thinking too much. Thinking spoils the pleasure. And the freedom? Freedom is choosing what binds you. I felt it then. The pull. The ease of surrender. The temptation to set my pack down and let the road forget me. But I remembered the bruises, the stillness beneath the joy. Okay, I'll stay one more night. Marrow inclined his head. Of course. You always may choose. And I left just before dawn. No one stopped me. No gates were closed. No hands reached out. Velascore never trapped everyone. It didn't need to. The chains were offered openly. The Devil Upright is the card of temptation, of illusion, and voluntary bondage. Contrary to fear, this card is not about evil that is forced upon you. It is about the agreements we make, often unconsciously, with habits, desires, fears, and comforts that begin to control us. Plainly, the devil speaks of addictions and consumption, power dynamics and consent, material attachments, pleasure without awareness, and illusions of freedom. This card reminds us that the chains depicted are rarely locked. They are heavy, but they are removable. The devil does not lie outright. He frames. He emphasizes pleasure and minimizes consequence. It's that voice that whispers, just one more, and convinces us that we are still in control. Upright, this card asks us to look honestly at where we've traded autonomy for comfort, and whether that trade still services us. When the devil appears upright, it often signals a relationship with something that feels good, but it holds a power over you. This could be a habit that started as relief but became reliance, a relationship built on desire but sustained by control. A job or a lifestyle that rewards you while draining you. A belief that limits you, yet feels safer than the unknown. In love readings, the devil can indicate an intense attraction, an obsession, or an imbalance where consent blurs and power shifts quietly. In career or material readings, it often points to being bound by status, by money, or external validation. Spiritually, this card asks a difficult question. Are you choosing this, or are you afraid of what happens when you stop? When the devil appears, it is not to shame, but to illuminate. Awareness is the first loosening of that chain. Velascore taught me something that I will never forget. No one chained me. I was offered comfort. I was offered ease. I was offered belonging. And for a moment, I wanted it badly enough to give up the road. The devil doesn't demand submission. He invites us to participate. And that's what makes him dangerous. Not because he takes our freedom, but because he convinces us we don't need it. I have worn chains that looked like success, like pleasure, like certainty. And I've learned that anything you can't walk away from owns you more than you own it. So if the devil ever appears for you, ask yourself gently, what am I indulging that no longer indulges me? What promise am I believing because it feels good to believe it? And the moment you start asking those questions, those chains become looser. Temptation doesn't always vanish when it's named. Sometimes it turns inward. It hides. It tightens. Not as a chain, but as a knot we don't realize that we are pulling upon ourselves. Next time, we'll look at what happens when desire curdles into shame, when control slips into obsession, and when the chains are no longer offered, but internalized. Join me next time as we visit the devil reversed. Until we meet again, adventurer, the Tarot Tavern is always waiting, where stories are etched in the cards and wisdom flows like mead from the tap. The journey doesn't end here, it's only just begun. Come back soon, your next chapter awaits. Before we part ways for now, I just want to say thank you again for spending some time with me here at the Tarot Tavern. Every tale told and every card turned is powered by passion and a fair bit of coffee. If you'd like to help keep the lights on here at the tavern, I've set up a coffee page at ko-fi.com/The Tarot Tavern. That's TheTavern. There, you can toss a one-time tip to the bard, Or, if you're feeling especially generous, you can become a frequent adventurer. Frequent adventurers are monthly supporters who help cover the behind-the-scenes cost of this podcast. Hosting fees, production tools, ink for the quill, wax for the candles, you get the idea. As a thank you, every frequent adventurer will receive a personal shout-out right here on the podcast and a special Tarot Tavern sticker mailed directly to you as a token of my thanks. It's my way of raising a glass in your honor and letting you know just how much your support means to me. Now you'll find the link down in the show notes, and whether you do choose to support with a donation or simply by listening and sharing this podcast, you are helping keep this story alive and the mead flowing. And honestly, adventurer, I couldn't be more grateful.